Hi folks, Master Brown here. I am, as usual, moving around the studio. I don't sit still very long, but I wanted to chat with you guys about something that comes up every so often. And it's parents sometimes see their kids not doing as well as they would like their child to do, and they get upset and they scold the kid, and then the next thing you know, the kid's not happy to be here. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. Being a successful parent, having two grown-up kids now that are doing great in college, and they're still living with us now while they are finishing up college, but they're really more like our friends than our kids at this point, which is kind of cool. And we have really, really close relationship with both the kids. A lot of that probably has to do with the fact that they're both involved in the martial arts all the way through all of their lives and continue to be so. But I think a lot of it has to do with the way that we raise them. And so let's talk a little bit about why we don't want you to coach from the sidelines, okay? Let's say that Billy is not kicking as high as you, or I think that he should. And he's not holding his hands up as high as you, or I think that he should. If you or I scold him, he's not going to want to come anymore, especially if you scold him. There's no one on this planet that he wants the approval of more than you. There's no one whose criticism of him is more damaging to his subconscious than criticism from you. Your job is to be his cheerleader, his biggest cheerleader. If he's running laps and he falls down, you should be telling him that's the best fall down you've ever seen. Well, praising for something he's doing right. And then let him know that that was okay. Ignore it if you can, because that's going to get better. If he's dropping his hands, and a lot of times you'll see us, we'll let stuff go. And the reason we let stuff go is that we know that the reason he's dropping his hands is because his shoulders aren't strong enough. And if we scold him, they're never going to be strong enough. But if we praise him for what he's doing right, let the shoulder thing go, or maybe encourage it occasionally to come and get the hands up, over time his shoulders are going to get stronger. He's going to be a great black belt. If you don't believe me, then look at my black belts. Guys, I've been teaching for, I don't know, since 1983, a long time. We have 20-something actively training black belts at this school. Now, this is really unusual, and you may not know this, but most people get their black belt and they go, thanks, bye, and they quit. To have that many actively training, that many aiming for second degree and third degree is unheard of. And it's been nearly 200 people I've tested a black belt over all of those years, and 10% of them are still training with us. That's pretty amazing. And so actually, yeah, so that's a pretty awesome amount. And you've seen them. They're incredibly high quality martial artists, especially by the time they get their second degree, and they're really something. But we don't make first degree to second degree a 2-year process. We make it, a 1-year process. Like a lot of schools, it's a much longer 2-year process. And then from second degree to third degree is double that. And so it's definitely a little bit slower than some schools, and it shows in the quality of the students. Now you may go, why are they so much better? What have you done? Okay, so let's look at the belt ranks up here really quick. And you can see all the way through to black belt. And you see that last belt before black belt way down there. Okay, that's a red senior belt. And the red senior belt is where students are going to come back and they're going to practice 100% of the material again. So let's say your kid's a green belt and he's working on form 3. Can he do the moves in the form? Great. Does he have the form memorized? No, that's okay. Because even if he does, he's not going to remember by the time he gets to red senior. When he gets to red senior, he's going to spend 1 3-month semester working on all beginner material. And he's going to rememorize everything to the point where, man, he's got it. And then he's going to spend another 1 3-month period working on all intermediate material. And again, he's not moving forward unless he's got it. And then 1 3-month semester working on all the advanced. And then a final 3-month semester, put it all together for his black belt. And so by the time he's going for his black belt, and we can extend those. If they're not ready, we tell them, hey, you need a test next time. We're going to add 3 months to that. Usually they do it. They come to us and go, I'm not ready. I want to wait another 3 months. And we're like, that's cool. This is that spot where you take as long as you need to. And I had one lady, Sam Barnhart. She took 3 years at Red Senior to get through. She lived in St. Pete too, a bit of a drive for her. But she took her time. For my son Brennan, he took an additional 3 months. I think Janelle took an additional 3 months too. She had some injury issues. So it's not uncommon for that to happen, but you can see too the quality shows. So to really get fussy about some kid not memorizing his form at green belt or purple or blue or brown or wherever really doesn't make a lot of sense. And all it does is slow them down because they get that self-loathing thing going. They don't feel like they deserve it, and they don't feel happy with themselves, and they don't feel like that you're happy with them. And so instead, we find the things they're doing right. We recognize that this is like school. They may be getting an A on this topic and a B on this one. They may have an F here, but that's okay. They got enough A's to where they pass. And then we're going to come back at Red Senior. We're going to fix that F. And at that time period, it's going to be awesome. They're going to go on. Keeping that in mind from the very beginning, keeping that end goal in mind, makes being, sitting over here and watching your kid hopefully that much better. At the end of every class, you should do one thing, and that is to tell your child how much you love watching them do martial arts. If you want a guarantee that your child makes black belt, it's easy. Do class with them. Make that commitment, get in here and do it alongside them. We just graduated Eric and Sarah Van Zijtveld to black belt because their son needed motivation to continue forward, and they started class with our Mother's Day event and our Father's Day event, and now here they are, black belts, and they have this closeness that they wouldn't have had otherwise, all three of them. We've had Carolyn Coons trained with her two children all the way through. Even right now, we've got moms, grandmas, dads training with their children, setting the right example, and those kids are guaranteed going to get black belt. So let's say that your child says, I don't want to go today, I'm playing on the Xbox or whatever, but you got to set the right example. And so you say, no, we're going, I'm going, so you're going. Good, now this is the guarantee. Now if you want another guarantee they're going to make black belt, although it's not quite as powerful, it's still there, make sure that you do come and watch every class. Don't go run errands and stuff like that. Be here and give them a thumbs up, give them a wink, tell them how proud you are and how much you enjoy watching them. And so long as you're saying those things, like I said, there's nobody they want to impress more in the world than you. And so make sure that you let them know how awesome you think that they are. And that's going to keep them motivated and keep them coming. Every now and then we get the parents to drop off their kids, and we just hang our head because we know that kid's not going to make black belt. Very, very seldom do they make black belt because the parents don't put importance on it. The parents aren't putting importance on the kid. Kid feels that way, whether it's true or not, and they're not going to make it. It's just going to be that way. We try to pre-frame every parent as they sign up. Look, you need to be here. You need to watch your child. You need to be supportive. But sometimes we are talking to mom and dad's not here. Sometimes we're talking to dad and mom's not here. Sometimes we're talking to mom and dad. Grandparents aren't here. And so make sure everybody in your family knows that when they're here to support that child. Give them a thumbs up. Tell them how great they're doing, how proud you are, and how much you like to watch them do this. Their shoulders are going to get stronger. The hands are going to come up. Their core is going to get stronger. The kicks are going to get higher. Their confidence is going to come up. Their yells are going to get louder, but only if we keep them coming. And there are a lot of things that we as instructors will start to correct and then catch ourselves on and let go, because we know too that the kids are hoping to get our praise as well. Now, if we do have to correct something, here's our method. And guys, you can use this at home. You can use it on your spouse. You can use it on your employees. It works great. We call it PCP, or praise, correct, praise. So basically, let's say I got a kid whose hands are dropping, and I know he's not, it's not from weakness. He's just not paying attention to it or whatever, and I need to correct it. He's at that red belt level. It's time to not have this problem anymore. If I go over and go, Joey, put your hands up. He'll put his hands up, and when I walk away, he'll be like, put his hands back down, right? It's just the way kids are. But I go over to Joey, man, that is a fantastic stance. I love how strong it is. Now let's get those hands up. Good job. Give me a high five. That looks much better. Praised his stance, corrected his hands, praised him again. And sometimes I'll even do it so that especially with my adult students, I'll be like, man, Richard, that is an awesome stance. Can I tell you something to make the whole thing look better? And of course, he's going to say yes. Try to get the hands a little bit higher, even with the eyebrows. Oh, good. Now you look like a true warrior. Give me a high five. Okay, praise, permission, correct praise. And by doing so, I'm treating him like the peer that he is, giving him that level of respect, making the correction, coating it with a little bit of sugar first so it's easier to take. Now, once your child and Richard or whoever gets to a certain belt rank, they're completely coachable. And they recognize, I don't want the sugar anymore, just help me get better. And they want to be corrected. And they get angry. Sometimes they'll be like, would you stop doing that? Just tell me what I need to do better. because they learn our tactics because they helped us do it. And so at that point, then we just correct, and we're going to get there, but it's going to take some time. Now, when you go to work, you get paid. And if you go the next week to work, but you don't do your job, you just sit around, does your boss come to you and ask for last week's payback? Or does he dock your pay this week? Or fire you, right? That's what he's going to do. So let's say your child's worked really, really hard, got some good grades, and you award them a tablet, right? But then they misbehave and you take the tablet away. What you've really done is said, hey, give me last week's payback. And all that good stuff you did to earn it, it's erased now. And that's pretty defeating. So let's talk about setting up a reward system like our belts and our tips. So let's say kid earns the tablet, but here's the way you frame it. You say, I am so pleased that you got such great grades. And so now you own this tablet, and you get to use it every day for whatever length of time you're comfortable with, 40 minutes. At the end of the day, provided you show your family love and respect, you get all your chores done, you get all your homework done. And I get positive reports from school. Do those things, and you get your tablet every day. All right, that's easy, right? Your kid's going to work really, really hard to make sure they get that tablet every day. And so long as they earn it occasionally, which I hope it'll be every day, then this system is going to be beautiful. I mean, it's going to reinforce and reward them for doing the right thing. If they never earn it, okay, then it has no value. It's not going to work at all. And eventually, even if they do earn it, or occasionally don't, whatever, the system will need to be altered because what's important to them will change. Instead of a tablet, maybe it will become a phone. Instead of a phone, maybe it'll be time playing with their friends. And instead of time with their friends, maybe it'll be swimming pool time. For my kids, for a big portion of their childhood, it was they wanted a story time at bedtime from me because I have the most bizarre family stories I would share with them. Provided they got their chores done, showed love and respect, got everything ready for school tomorrow, I would come up and tell them a story. And very, very seldom, but occasionally, sorry guys, you didn't finish in time. We don't have a story. You're going to have to work a little faster tomorrow night to get all your stuff done in time. And that's the way we worked it. And it's a reward system. And I think a part of the closeness that I have with my kids now is because we handled that as a reward system and not a punishment system. It's not me being the bad guy taking stuff away. It's them recognizing that there's consequences for their actions or lack of action, and it's their own fault. And in doing so, suddenly I am never ever the bad guy in their life. And you don't want to be the bad guy in your child's life. So this works. If you have questions about this or want my help to groom this in your household or in your life, guys, that's what I'm here for. And I'm happy to help. Just come and see me or give me a call. I'll be glad to help you guys out. All right. Thanks for sharing your kids with us and your family and maybe even yourself. Guys, it's a real honor to have you here as a part of HOAs. I look forward to seeing you and your kids and or your kids get their black belt someday too. Thanks.